I don't know why. Sometimes people have more love for their animals than they have for little children.
I apologize, Your Honor.
Is there a reason she's crying?
She's just upset.
All right, what are you upset about?
Try to do something kind and just...
It's just
It said it left bruises.
I didn't realize it was going to leave a bruise. I didn't intentionally do it to like leave that bruise.
So Child Protective Services was aware that somebody off the street gave her a child. Court is going to sentence you.
Part 1. The moment this woman walks into Judge Boyd's courtroom, the whole atmosphere shifts. You can feel the tension, the disbelief, the quiet outrage from everyone who actually understands what this case is about.
State of Texas versus Yvonne Monica Perez. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Allie Jackson.
Defense.
Matthew Allen.
Are you Miss Perez?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, have you received all the discovery that you revealed with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Perez, did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
No, Your Honor, we are waiving the repeater enhancements. I cannot find the judgment.
No objection.
All right, did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments and Defendants Waivers and Affidavit of Admonitions with your attorney?
Yes,
Did you
Your
understand it?
Yes,
Did you
Your
sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand you're charged with assault intentionally, knowingly of serious bodily injury by omission with a child? Did you understand that's the offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
Range of punishment is 5 to 99 years or life in prison and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court doesn't follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? Ms. Perez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, Your Honor.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her rights to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 18 years in the prison and there are no applications. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Defense, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
State, is that the plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal, the only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court? Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are there any such motions?
Just the motion for continuance from yesterday.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State, any evidence?
State Office State's Exhibit 1.
No objections.
Is there a reason she's crying?
She's just upset.
All right, what are you upset about?
Situation. I didn't expect this.
What's upsetting you about the situation?
Try to do something kind and just...
It's just I don't know if the court has noticed, every time she's come in, she's been
Crying.
very emotional. You know?
And then she starts crying. But not the kind of crying that comes from genuine remorse. No, this is the kind of crying people do when they finally run out of places to hide. She's standing here claiming she was...
I apologize, Your Honor.
No, I'm just asking questions. Court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Anyone want to say why you should follow this plea bargain agreement?
I can speak briefly on that, Your Honor. I think the stipulations, so the way that she came about, Ms. Perez came about to have the child was kind of strange to begin with. She, in my opinion, I think, saw these two children that were on the streets. Her and her partner tried to help take them in. And then obviously there was an incident that Ms. Perez describes a week prior to this where, again, she should have taken the girl in for medical treatment immediately. And then obviously she fell fell from the
Let's
stairs.
backtrack a little bit. Because it says in the stipulations that there were two people outside of the store. She says she's being a good Samaritan. So she takes them both back to her apartment. And then she tells one of them, I can no longer keep you here. You need to leave. But I'll keep the complainant.
Yes, her and her partner. So her partner ended up, I believe, keeping the younger boy, and she kept the younger girl at the apartment. And then,
And is this younger boy currently alive?
Yes,
Yeah.
Your Honor.
yes,
And where is he?
As CPS has removed him, he leaves with other family.
Okay.
the incident described that is the leads to this tragedy. Obviously, Yvonne describes it as she's playing. Obviously, the kid shouldn't be playing on the stairs. We know that. She hits her head and her back. She seems like she's okay as far as checking on her. She's eating, watching
So why
TV.
was she pinching her as a sign of as punishment? Because that's what it says in the steps, that she would pinch her.
Yes, Your Honor.
Why?
It wasn't like I'm pitching her, just kind of like a grab, like just
It says it
to
left
prompt her.
bruises.
Huh? I'm sorry.
It said it left bruises.
I didn't realize it was gonna leave a bruise. I didn't intentionally do it to like leave that bruise. The little girl, when my daughter was,
And so I think she's describing as, yes, she again is admitting to that. It doesn't matter whether you think it's going to leave a bruise or not leave a bruise. I think we would agree. And then as far as her actions, she seemed like she was okay. And then the next morning, obviously she's not, and then drops her off at the hospital. And then obviously does another bad thing, just leaves her and then leaves. She does come back. She does sit down with the police. She does talk to them, tell them everything that's going on and what happened. Obviously, at that point, it's too late. But I can speak to Ms. Perez from the day I've been with her for 20 months or so, from the day I've met her until today. Every time I talk to her, she's upset. And it's not because of so much of her situation, it's because of what happened. And she knows that she did wrong. She knows, she wishes she could go back in time and change all of that. And she says that every time I talk to her. And so,
Like maybe if somebody's offering you a child, maybe calling the police.
yes, going that far back. It's not one mistake. It's things that happen over and over. And again,
So was the child healthy when she received the child? Was the child healthy when you received the child?
the first one is Joel.
No, I'm talking about the child that is deceased. Was that child healthy when you received the child?
Healthy in a sense. I mean, she was
Healthy in the
skinny.
sense that
She was skinny.
Did she have all her hair?
Did she have all her what? Her hair?
On her head.
Yes, Your Honor. I mean, only like patches, like not patches, but like her hair was thin. Her hair wasn't thick. It was thin. Her hair was thin. And she came when I picked her up when Cassandra told me to go, and when we went to go pick her up, she had like a dirty little outfit. I bought her clothes. There's a lot of things that I should have done and I didn't do when she first arrived at our home. I should have taken her to get a welfare check. I should have done, and I didn't. I just
and like Your Honor said, I mean, the initial thing would be to contact authorities to go through the proper channels. I think CPS was contacted prior to this and made contact with Ms. Perez, so they were aware of the situation. But again,
aware of what situation?
That the girl was staying with Ms. Perez. But
Was that before or after the child was taken to the hospital?
Before, I believe.
So Child Protective Services was aware that somebody off the street gave her a child, and she picked up the phone and called Child Protective Services and said,
No, Ms. Perez didn't. They contacted her. So again, I agree with the court. She should have done a lot of different things.
Well, I mean, I'm just unpacking things a little bit.
So the mother has extensive history with CPS and had different children taken away. So I think CPS was checking into the whereabouts of Ronnie and Howell.
All right.
Was that. Yeah.
So that's how CPS found out that the child was in her care.
Yes.
And CPS did nothing.
Parent.
Okay. I mean, CPS workers sometimes, well, many CPS workers are overworked and underpaid, but I'm wondering why would a CPS worker, and this is just a side note, why a CPS worker would leave a child with somebody that a mother just gave to that's a complete stranger. I guess that's something else that needs to be addressed.
Was just trying to do something kind. Yet every detail of this case tells a very different story. She takes 2 children from complete strangers outside a grocery store, no police. No CPS, no paperwork.
Yes, and like I said, the circumstance behind it are, just to put it, I guess, strange, and that's one of the things that I found strange as well, to, I guess, put it nicely. But
So why am I following this plea?
Your Honor, at this point, the state, after much back and forth, we recommended this plea due to what is actually being charged, and what we can prove. It becomes a question of whether or not we can prove that she did not seek adequate medical attention in terms of she has training as an LVN and attempted to keep an eye on the child at home, and it becomes whether or not we would be able to prove that she failed to do so due to how it is charged, Your Honor. And so at this point, we do feel 18 years for what she's charged with is appropriate.
All right. And does she have a license as an LVN? I'm assuming
She did in the past.
She did in the past, and then I needed to renew it
it's
because I
expired, is that right?
yes, and
Yes.
then I started going to school to EC. Oh, sorry.
That's okay. It's expired.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. Court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with minors. There's to be,
Judge, did you say 8 or 18?
18.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just make sure.
Did I say 18?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
It's okay. Matt and I are just this
All right,
morning.
18. All right, 18 years in the prison, credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with minors, and there's to be no employment in the future with minors or vulnerable persons. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing?
Not sentencing, we do have victim impact, Your Honor. Hold on.
All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement? Because I followed your plea bargaining agreement? And because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Whether you had your LVN license or not, I saw where you took your dog to the groomers. When a child is sick, you take a child to the doctor.
Yes, Your Honor.
I don't know why. Sometimes people have more love for their animals than they have for little children.
Just brings them home like she found a lost pet. And the heartbreaking part, she managed to keep her own dog fed, groomed, and cared for, but somehow couldn't give a child in her care the basic dignity of medical attention. The judge keeps giving her chances to explain, to take responsibility, but every answer is another excuse. Another soft-spoken attempt to paint herself as a misunderstood helper instead of someone who ignored every warning sign, every cry for help, until tragedy struck. Watching this, you can see Judge Boyd trying to stay professional, but the disbelief is written all over her face. It's that look adults give when someone tries to rewrite reality right in front of them. And honestly, it's hard to blame her, because from the outside, it's painfully clear. This wasn't compassion. This wasn't kindness. This was negligence wrapped in good intentions, and it cost a child everything. By the time sentencing comes around, Rupé's courtroom feels heavy like everyone already knows there's no version of this story where the ending is anything but devastating. The defense tries to frame her as overwhelmed, confused, maybe even well-meaning. But the judge cuts through that with a single line that stops the room cold. When a child is sick, you take a child to the doctor, and that's the moment everything becomes crystal clear. This wasn't one mistake. It wasn't a split-second lapse. It was a chain of choices each, one more reckless than the last. She had the ability to care. She just chose where to use it. Groomers for the dog, but no welfare check for the child. Phone calls for pet care, but no emergency response when that child was injured. And when the judge finally hands down 18 years, it almost feels light considering the gravity of what happened. She'll be in her late 50s when she walks out, able to start fresh, while the child in her care never got that chance. And inside that prison, every inmate will know exactly why she's there, and the reality of that is far harsher than anything the court can hand down. Cases like this force you to sit back and ask, how does someone show more loyalty to an animal than to a helpless child placed in their arms? Judge Boyd saw straight through the tears and the excuses, and honestly, many viewers probably will too. Let me know where you stand. Was 18 years enough, or did this feel like mercy she didn't earn?
And that brings us to the conclusion of a deeply unsettling case. After reviewing the evidence and accepting the plea agreement, Judge Boyd ultimately sentences the defendant to 18 years in prison, along with strict restrictions preventing any future contact or employment involving minors or vulnerable individuals. The court's reasoning highlights a key legal principle. When someone takes responsibility for a child, even informally, they also take on a duty to protect that child's health and safety. In this situation, the court determined that the failure to seek proper medical attention and the decisions leading up to the incident carried devastating consequences. Cases like this leave many people wrestling with difficult questions about responsibility, judgment, and accountability. Was the sentence fair? Should it have been harsher? Or does it reflect the legal limitations of what prosecutors could prove in court? If you found this courtroom breakdown as intense as we did, make sure to hit the like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom cases and legal breakdowns.